Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day out there, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Manifest your true intentions. Regardless of what language you speak, your intent will manifest through the word. What you dream, what you feel, what you really are will be manifested through what? Through what you say and what you think each and every day. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 8, NASDAQ down 17, S&P's off 3.5, gold contract up $1.30, trading at $1,273 an ounce. Silver, flat, up down 2 pennies rather, at $20.33 a ounce. Platinum up $8 at $1,418 an ounce. Copper flat at $3.15 a pound. Light sweet crude $93.35 a barrel. Bonds down 17 ticks at $132.15. King dollar, not much moving over there. It was down $121.6 this morning, still down $121.6. We're at 80.70. The euro up 31 ticks at 135.37, and the yen trading out there at 100.15. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. This is what we have. So, volume-wise, folks, we're going to need a lot more volume to get to lower price here. Volume, the expansion was slight. You got a slow roll that's happening here. You can really argue that it's really a flat market. Bottom line, cash S&P. This is what we have. We are at 1787 right now. We did volume of 650 million versus the 650 from yesterday. Dow Industrials, you go to the Dow, we take a look at the Dow. What the Dow had is this. She whacked the 16,000 level again, couldn't handle it, pulled back slightly. What the Dow does have is this. Now you get 2 little tiny dojis at the very top with the Dow. NASDAQ composite. Now, the composite and the small caps get a different story altogether, and this is what it is. On the way up, what we had is that the NASDAQ and the NASDAQ 100 were the strongest indices all the way up. They got over and out of their range last week. Light volume, but got over their range. Yesterday, they come right back inside the range. Today, they're deeper inside the range. The composite itself right now is at 39.31. That's saying, guess what? That swing point, which is only 38.55, that's not a long way down from where we are. That wants to get tested. So we'll see how that shakes out tomorrow. If we look at the 3 Qs, what you're going to see, same setup in the NDX 100. You're inside the 3 Qs, what you have is that we did 25 million shares today, and that's where the correlation comes, that you definitely need an expansion of volume as we get into that swing point. The last swing low out here, folks, had 52 million shares. So we'll see how it comes into it. You come into that swing point, and if it's lighter volume rejects it, guess what? It's going to try to go topside again. Right now, bottom line, it's inside the range. Inside the range is saying that, guess what? We're going to go down to this 81.37 mark. Gold contract. What we had with gold is this. Gold gets to a price point today. Gold gets to a price point of $12.68. We do dramatically lighter volume. We do 97,000 contracts. The 97,000 contracts, folks, is coming into the 217,000 contracts. Well, the real key here is that the 1251 to 1260 area is crucial to hold. Why? Because if it doesn't hold that area, that means it's going to go after that test of the 28th of June. I suspect right now the way it's trading, it wants to hold. Bond market. We take a look at bonds. This is what we have with the bond market. Bond market today, you pull back slightly. You had dramatically lighter volume, 222,000 contracts on the pullback. That pullback is coming into the downdraft that had been out there from a week and a half ago. So you're coming into 450,000 contracts. And what that does is that says, okay, it is still building cars to get up to this 135 area. So that's going to be that whole 135 area. We'll see how it shakes when we get up into that level. The 10-year. Now, the 10-year is actually shown that it's stronger than the 30-year, which would make sense because the closer that you get in, you know, they both move together, but the closer you get in, the stronger it should get because it's less time frame. So the 10-year, what the 10-year did out here today, we did 812,000 contracts. You were coming into 1.6 million, which is just beautiful. So this 10-year looks to me like it wants to do an ABC structure on the way up, and that's going to be a big number if that's in fact what that wants to. If in fact that's what it does do. The dollar index. Okay, so let's take a look at the dollar index. What we have with the dollar out here is this. She backs down with dramatically lighter volume. We did 14,000 contracts. We're at 80.69. She's coming into the huge sign of strength that she had, as well as taking the B point out of an ABC structure on the way up. We were coming into 42,000 contracts versus 14,000. So that's about as intense as you can get, meaning this baby does want to get into higher price. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Okay, so the market in general, if we go into the NDX first, what you have inside the NDX, folks, is this, is that Google right now has had a huge run topside. Google is down $6 today, and that's not a lot. But this is what you do have. We are at 1,025. It got back inside the range yesterday, got a little bit lower today, and the danger point for Google is going to be how are you going to go after the large gap that's below. Most of the time what you get is this, folks. The first time that you come down to a gap, it normally doesn't get into the gap. What happens is this, and Google has two separate spots here. The beginning of the gap is 1015. No, it's 974. 974 is the beginning of the gap. Most of the time what you'll see is it comes down there. That top of the gap is support. Of course, the bottom of the gap is a lot more support. But this Google deal is a big deal, folks, because this is a $100 gap or a 10% gap. That gap's going to get filled. It's just, they're magnets, folks. They're magnets that once they start moving into that area, guess what? That's where they want to go. That, and what you have is that Amazon has the same deal happening. And these are two monster stocks. Amazon did the exact same thing, came back inside the range. What you're going to see is that the gap in Amazon, the first time that it came down, it got actually into the gap. It got quite below the gap. The top of that gap for Amazon was 352. It got to 341. And it has volume at 341. So that's going to get tested again. But the top of that gap, folks, is 332. So that baby is going to get filled. The real key, of course, is that as it goes after that, will in fact there'll be other equities that not only go after the gap, but they go past the gap. Now, Best Buy. Best Buy came out with numbers this morning. Best Buy is going to be Best Buy not only blew away this morning. Okay, we come down with 33 million shares. You get down about 15%. Now, Best Buy had three small gaps. One large gap. There's one large gap that's laying out there at $31. That 31 is going to go get filled. We did 33 million shares out here today. And you'll see once they start coming into those areas, they want to get filled. And for Best Buy, this bottom line could just be a normal retracement in an equity that wants to go higher. You got to remember something. Best Buy went nonstop up. It almost went up 350%. You know, when you look back at 2012, it was trading out at $11, goes all the way up to $45. You pull back today, but guess what? When we were pulling back on Best Buy today, you had an expansion of volume, but that's a normal pullback after such an extensive run topside. You know, Best Buy can go a lot lower, but it's something that you're going to want to keep your head wrapped around. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. We had the Dow finish down 8, NASDAQ off 17, S&P's off 3.5. We're going to be right back.